Title: HCA Healthcare suffers massive data breach. 11 million patients now possible for cybercriminals. TLDR. HCA Healthcare, a major player in the healthcare field, has experienced a serious data breach, potentially affecting up to 11 million patients. The company noticed this after a notorious cybercrime forum claimed to have and sell this information. The stolen data includes personal details like names, addresses, phone numbers, gender, and dates of service. Fortunately, no clinical or financial details were involved. HCA is still puzzled as to how the breach occurred. Oh, boy, we thought healthcare was about fixing hearts, not breaking them. Brace yourselves, as this one's gonna hurt. HCA Healthcare, the big kahuna of US healthcare, has reported a major data breach potentially involving personal data of a whopping 11 million patients. Yeah, you read that right, 11 million. So, if you've ever been to an HCA hospital, might want to brace yourself for some less than stellar news. The alarm bells rang when a post on a cybercrime forum claimed to be selling this information. The stolen loot includes details like names, addresses, email addresses, phone numbers, gender, and dates of birth. It also includes patient service dates, such as when and where your last checkup was, and details about your next appointments. Now that's some spicy gossip for the cyber underworld. Good news is, no clinical or financial information was part of this data piñata. Few, small favors, right? HCA Healthcare is a pretty big deal, with about 180 hospitals and 2,300 sites across multiple US states. They even extend their healthcare reach to our friends across the pond in the UK. But the question remains, how did the data end up breached and on a cybercrime forum? According to the online publication databreaches.net, the shady seller on the forum post first contacted HCA on the 4th of July. Nothing like a little bit of Independence Day irony. The hacker told HCA they had until the 10th to meet its demands. But guess what? No demands were specified in the forum post. Talk about leaving you on a cliffhanger. HCA didn't specify when they first became aware of the data heist. As for how it was taken, HCA said the data theft was from an external storage location exclusively used to automate the formatting of email messages. So, was the storage location compromised by the hacker, or was it inadvertently exposed by the organization? HCA spokesperson Harley Summerford, playing it safe, declined to comment. So, now we're left hanging with some big questions. How was this large-scale data breach allowed to happen? And more importantly, how can we trust our personal details with companies when breaches like these are becoming the norm? Are we destined to be just data points up for grabs in the cybercrime supermarket? Disclaimer: this news story is intended for informational purposes only and should not be considered legal, financial or healthcare advice. Always consult with a professional in the respective field for personal advice. Now that we've spilled the beans, what do you think about this situation? Is it time for organizations to up their cybersecurity game? And how can we as individuals protect our personal data better? Drop your thoughts below.